Yeah, so let's start taking a look. Let's look at the good guy. Everybody's a bad guy, but Emmy, the good guy. He's so stupid. And he also said he was going to sue me. You dumb son of a bitch. You've made more threats. You don't have me threatening you. I don't make threats to people on YouTube. Never did, never will. You know how many threats I have you making? And you're lucky I'm not a cop calling stool pigeon. I don't do that stuff. But you're a dummy. You made more threats, you moron. You're not going to do nothing. You got hollow teeth. You should stop saying you're going to come beat me up. And then he was begging, there any one of my fans or people who like me that will go break Marie's head? Will anybody break MRE's head who likes me? Evidently not, Jimmy. Evidently not, you freak. Ugh. All right, let's watch. Let's get a little into the good guy, Emmy. Good guy, Emmy. And why is Emmy so crazy lately? Well, his bipolarness is really coming out because of he got caught in the Tommy Karate lies, and Convict Shrink exposed him for bringing a girl to a motel room under false pretenses for sex. Now, I did make a statement before that I've got to correct. The girl was not scared of Jimmy. She was scared that Tommy Reynolds would find out and kill Jimmy. That's what she was scared of. She didn't find herself. She thought it was creepy and weird, and she wanted to get out of there. But she did not. She wasn't scared of Jimmy, thinking he was going to kill her or nothing. So Jimmy's just a sexually awkward guy. That's all his problem is. But let's listen to Emmy, who wants to kill and murder everybody. The big, tough, changed boy. Oh, holy night.
Look at this fucking MRE, this punk. Seriously, I would stick my fist in his ass. This motherfucker. Kidding me?
That's weird.
I would stick my fist in his ass. This motherfucker. Kidding me? I really would. But this guy's such
Look at the cheese and grin on his face. You know, maybe Emmy does have like secret pictures of me. Maybe Emmy does have pictures of me in his house that he pulls out at midnight. He pulls out at midnight under the covers and, you know, tuggies and tendies type of thing. Maybe so. It's just some weird obsession, Emmy. Number one, why did you get all butthurt in the first place? Because you made a video calling a guy, some innocent man who walked in a pizzeria, a mob guy, and you put his name up there. So I made fun of you for it and called you the helmet. You couldn't deal with it. So you paid Rape Whistle and that other Champay, what's his name? The Blade looks like a Champay. He doesn't feed his puppies in Cuba. There's a lot of starving puppies in Cuba. You should feed those Champay. So he paid the Champay and Rape Whistle to come over and do his bidding. That's what I believe. But let's listen to the changed man. Everybody else twice payers me good. Emmy, Tommy, dead.
This punk. Seriously, I would stick my fist in his ass. This motherfucker. Kidding me? I would stick my fist in his ass. Kidding me?
Are those bants, Emmy? Are those bants, or is this some real deep sea down, maybe some sexual attraction to Uncle MRE? Is that it? What do you want to Tony Rape Whistle me?
I really would, but this guy's such a punk. This guy comes on here and he talks about sex shit.
Wow, did you just hear that? He talks now. Hey, how smart Jimmy is. He just said MRE is such a punk. He comes on here and talks about sex shit. What the hell is putting a hand up my rear end and eating my rear end? That's sexual talk. I never lured a woman to a hotel room under false pretenses of sex. And we know it's true because you're not suing Convict Shrink for it or me. You're not. You lured that woman to a place under false pretenses for sex. I have no sexual deviant crimes at all on my record. Nobody from my neighborhood thinks I'm a creepy sexual pervy. Like you, caterpillar eyebrows.
What a fucking clown punk bitch.
I know, bro.
Kidding me? What I would do to him, you see his face?
Listen.
I would fucking eat his face. What I would do to him, you see his face?
He would eat my face? Like, this is some weird stuff. Like I said, I think it's like sadomasochism. I think he does want to murder me and then rape me. I think he wants to rape me to death. I think he wants to murder me and then like Jeffrey Dahmer me. What was that little Asian dude? Jeffrey Dahmer kidnapped synthfoam or something. He wants to drill a hole in my head and make me his little actual zombie. It's not going to happen, Emmy.
I would fucking eat his face.
Look, you would, you could, like, how long has he, listen, these punks known who I am for a very long time. They've known who I am now for what, 6 months now, 5 months? So, Jimmy, stop making threats. It shows that you're bipolar, you're a mental little midget, you're seriously disturbed, and you don't follow through on your threats.
His nose, I would chew on it. His ass, too, I would chew on.
Did you hear that? He would chew on my ass. What the hell is going on? I am not Larry Mazza, Emmy. I am not Mild Bill Catolo. I am not Mild Bill the Tulip, Fire Marshal Bill. I am not Bill Catolo or Johnny A-Light. You hung out with those guys. Maybe you got to butt munch them. No butt munching going down, Emmy.
I think I'm fucking kidding.
No, you are kidding. Or you're just like, how do you think I'm kidding? I want to eat his ass. You little butt munch.
I would chew on it. His ass, too, I would chew on it.
Wow.
I think I'm fucking kidding.
Now, notice he goes on FBS's to do this. He doesn't go on his own channel. This shows what a coward he is. And I got one video where he's saying this, where I was hoping that Piggy stood up for himself and be like, hey, you're going to come on my channel and drop these guys' names and stuff, because I can just go right to that video, and I might just do it later just for fun to get these guys mad and take that thing right down. They're over there, like, he lets this guy go on there and dox names, do all this stupid shit. That video is a prime target. Maybe before this ends, I'll show you what video it is, and I'll show you what I do to it, and tell you all to go do the same thing. Jimmy, you're a stupid man. See, I actually won't do that because I actually love this shit. I love it because, Jim, this is content. If Jimmy didn't go on there and talk reckless like that, I wouldn't be here right now doing this stream. So, Jimmy, once again, I got to thank you. I got to thank Piggy also for letting Jimmy on to do that. But Piggy, your channel is going to suffer. Don't be stupid. Don't let this Dunsky go on your channel and take a shit.
He would be like the fucking Elephant Man when I'm done with him.
So I would be like the Elephant Man when Jimmy was done with me. Over 5 months of threats, killing me, breaking my jaw, stabbing me in the neck. It's ridiculous, Emmy. You're a coward. You always was and always will be. Even when he just went to Las Vegas, living his best life, that guy wanted to punch him in the face too. And Jimmy called the cops. Jimmy, once again. Why, Jimmy? Every time. Every time.
Someday down the line,
listen,
maybe we could run into each other, and you know what, that'll be, like, oh my, maybe one day down the line we're gonna into each other, and he can take his pants off of me, and I can look at him, and I know you're a sick puppy. My satisfaction if I could just run into him, you know what I'm saying? And just with my hands, that's it. I'm saying I'll take a hand charge. I'll take an assault charge.
Oh, he'll take a hand charge, an assault charge. Why don't you do it? You're only 3 hours away, Emmy. Why don't you come get that assault charge, Emmy? You're only 3 hours away, tough guy, the big talker. You're a clown, man. You are a pure Jimmy. You are Jimbo the clown. Dribbles the clown. Dun, 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 Jimmy.
Fucker. You saying? Seriously, I'm not even kidding. I hate that.
He's not even kidding, folks. Now he's not kidding. 3 months ago, 4 months ago with the threat, 6 months ago, he wasn't kidding, guys. It's for real.
That motherfucker.
This guy's a clown. This is from Redzilla's channel.
What I would do to him, you see his face? I would fucking
look at these memes. These memes are hilarious, Redzilla. These memes are hilarious. Look, I dropped what? Chromosome.
Do to him. You see his face?
Listen.
I would fucking eat his face. His nose, I would chew on it. His ass, too, I would chew on it.
See, that's the most weirdest thing. When you're that mad and angry and full of little baby boy, baby Huey frustration, when you say you will eat another man's rear end, that's some sick stuff, Jimmy. And that's some stuff you really want to do. You know how they say, like, drunk people always tell the truth when they're drunk? Well, when Jimmy rages out, his little sexual problems come out.
I think I'm fucking kidding.
Nah, bro. I don't think you're kidding.
I would be on his face like white on rice.
Wow, he would be on my face like white on rice. This guy is just a pure. He is the epitome of a YouTube tough guy, a keyboard warrior. The epitome. And you people might say, well, you make fun of him all the time. Yes, I make fun of him. I never threaten people. I just use their own words against them. And baby Emmy couldn't handle it. Baby Jimmy couldn't do it. Harvey Weinstein could not do it.
Yeah. All right, you should probably shut the fuck up before I eat your ass.
Look at him all up in Piggy's butt. He would be all up in Piggy. Look at that face.
Your ass ate, please make yourself sing. Get your salad toss, girl.
This
you
is
know
hilarious.
what I mean. Big booties can run, but they can't hide. And when I get you, put all of my tongue inside.
Jimmy wants ass.
Yeah.
Look at Jimmy.
This is out there that need that ass.
Backseat Jimmy. Jimmy loves the backside. You like the backside of things, huh, Jimmy? That's why you come in the rear.
You better dial down.
Oh, rape whistle. Look at rape whistle. Oh, man. I got to feed Tillicum some bass. I got to feed Tillicum some dead bass. Sick Tony rape whistle. Take those glasses off and show us your true age. Because when he takes these glasses off, you can see the senior citizen in him. He looks like 67. He looks like Uncle Junior. Hey, Anthony Jr., I see spaceships, Anthony Jr. I see spaceships. He looks just like Uncle Junior when he went crazy in the psych ward. He looks just like him. That's why you don't take the sunglasses off.
6'5" my bitch, baby.
I eat ass.
Anytime
Jimmy
you
needs
want
that
ass,
up.
baby, all you gotta do is dial 2.
God, he's putting Manson and stuff. You're a character, Reddzilla. He's always putting Manson in things. That's funny.
Remember, kids, don't be a Jimmy.
Remember, kids, don't be a Jimmy. And look at Jimmy right here. He's got his little Bob the Builder helmet on. He's chewing on a crayon, drooling. He's got his little bib. Let's listen to Backseat Jimmy. More Backseat Emmy. Don't be a Jimmy, guys. And like I said, what is being a Jimmy? Being a Jimmy is an all-around scumbag. A liar, a sexual deviant, hollow threats, talking tough on the internet. And you're not going to get no movie deals. Let me tell you something. No people in Hollywood are going to take their shot with you, number one, because they know your stories are full of shit and they can be proven full of shit because they can get a hold of Tommy Karate. But nobody wants to deal with an unhinged man-child, an unhinged baby Huey. Nobody wants to deal with a baby Huey. Nobody wants to deal with Quackomitis.
Kids, don't be a Jimmy.
It sucks. I mean, you come on and look at this fucking MRE, this punk. Seriously, I would stick my fist in his ass.
That's some weird stuff.
Kidding me? I really would. This guy's such a punk. This guy comes on here and he talks about sex shit, fake shit. What a
Oh, dropping the F, the real smart. He goes on other channel. You notice Jimmy will never drop the F-bomb on his channel. Never that. Only on Piggy's. Hold on, someone donated something. I don't like. Forgot to click on it. My bad. I didn't see it. But he only goes on there. I can't go. Here it is. Yeah, Tony Rape Whistle. Harambe puts the ape in rape. That's what Harambe does. Him and that Champagne. Where is that Champagne, Ben? I heard there's a lot of hungry little puppies in Cuba. Why don't you feed those other Champagnes? Look at Emmy. Tell me he doesn't look au natural with that crayon in his mouth. Look how natural and at peace he looks.
fucking clown punk bitch.
I know, bro.
Kidding me? What I would
I know, bro. Yeah, I think I could hear FBS like somewhere in his voice where he's like kind of like wishing Jimmy didn't come on and say this stuff because his channel could get strikes with Jimmy dropping my name. He's like, Nicky Cow, Nicky Cow. Like stupid man.
do to him. You see his face? I would fucking eat his face. His nose, I would chew on it. His ears too, I would chew on it.
Imagine that. That's the funny part right there. Like, I don't get you. Number one, who comes on YouTube and threatens people like that anyways? Like, band back or just ignore. If you didn't go on and make these stupid threats, you mental midget Huey baby freak, I wouldn't be doing this video. You are the gift that keeps on giving. I think I have more Jimmy Calamandria videos than Johnny A-Light now. It's insane. Oh, what's up, Edwin? Mr. Clemenza, strength and honor always. God bless my friend since 1950. 1959, it was a great year, Edwin. God bless you, Uncle Edwin. Edwin's a great man and a great Catholic. God bless you, Edwin. And I do appreciate it. Just checking. Hey, what up, Callie G's? What's going on? What impression was it? Emmy's impression or someone else's? Hey, man. Because that's what I gave him the nickname, the Helmet. And remember, all I did to this guy, remember this, was call him out on what he did. Calling people mob guys, trying to get people arrested, selling used clothing when he's going to save the kids like Johnny A-Light. He's going to save the kids. I doubt it, Emmy. You're going to eat their Crayola crayons. That's what you're going to do.
I think I'm fucking kidding.
Nah, bro. I don't think you're kidding.
I would be on his face like white on rice.
I know.
You would be all over that face like Larry Mazza with some oil and no Vaseline just to match and a little bit of gasoline, Emmy, huh? You're he's a sick bastard. These sexual tropes and sexual things he's talking right here are really troubling. Real troubling. Oh, thank you, Mario. Thank you. Appreciate that. Jimmy should share. He should share his eyebrows with Schmiegel. He really should. Here's what happened. He was going to make a channel of selling used clothing, but I made fun of him for it. And once I made fun of him for it, he stops that. He stops whatever I make fun of him for. He stops. Same with the other guys. I make fun of the mafia shirts they wear. They stop it. Yeah, I'm Eugene Levy over here. Eugene Levy over here. The sick puppy. All these sexual things. Did you hear him when he said, all MRE does is come online and stalk sex stuff? Am I saying I'm going to stick my hand up Jimmy's rear end? Am I said I was going to eat Jimmy's backside? No. I say Jimmy's the Helmet. He's a liar. He lied about karate. He lured a woman to a hotel room under false pretenses to have sex, and then came out of the bathroom naked as a jaybird. Came out in a birthday too.
He would be like the fucking Elephant Man when I'm done with him.
So basically saying that he would beat me to a pulp and I would look like Jimmy Cheeks. I'm not Jimmy Cheeks. You hung out with Jimmy Cheeks' brother. You hung out with Cheeks' brother. How you doing, Joy? Make sure people go check out Justice for Alan Kaiser Facebook page. Do me a big favor and check that out. Bro, we need a Piggy Files. He's still thrashing. He's still trashing. Yeah, I got to check. I haven't really seen what Piggy's been saying. If he's been attacking the women and their families, we'll get another Piggy Files shortly. Like I says, well, if Piggy doesn't attack the women and their family, I'll lay off the Piggy Files, meaning with Shauna editions. I really don't want to do them, but if he's attacking all the women, he's going to get the Piggy Files. Bad Mom edition's coming next. If I see him attacking these women and their family, Mom of the Year edition comes next.
I know, bro. I know. Well, this is one of the reasons he hid for so long. He was scared.
No, that's not one of the reasons I hid. So I always knew I was going to be found out. I always knew they would dox me. And here I am. Where am I hiding? I'm not hiding nowhere now. You know my name. You know my address. You know where I hang out. You got everything. I don't see nobody. And Piggy, you made some physical threats too. See, after the Piggy Files videos, Piggy took a lot of gabapentin, okay? Piggy, remember that time where Piggy's like he had all the white soot in the side of his lips and he was all whacked out? But after the last two Piggy Files, he was very high on gabapentin. He said he was going to catch a murder case and come shoot me, G. He was going to murk me, dog. Clowns.
This is one of the reasons he hid for so long. He was scared shitless of anybody finding out who he is.
Oh, well, how do you back that up when I'm not hiding now? And all I did was hide my avatar so nobody would attack my family and stuff like that. But I always knew I would be doxxed. I was hoping it would be a big stoolie, but I'll take Emmy. You know why? Because Emmy's a special kind of special. He's like the helmet special, where he keeps just giving me the content. He just keeps giving it to me and giving it to me. And I'm not hiding now. Big, tough Emmy's known who I was for 6 months now. He doesn't have any simps to come fight for him or nothing. I'm not calling nobody to fights. Trust me that. But if you think Emmy Calandra is going to walk up to me and hurt me, and I'm not going to defend myself, you've got another thing coming. Emmy is a clown. I laugh at Emmy. That's why I break his balls and I insult him 24/7. No fair here.
And now he acts like. Now he acts. Go ahead.
Everyone knows who the fag is.
How does that make me gay, Jimmy? I don't get it. You know what makes me think you're a Ricky Yoon? There's nothing wrong with being a Ricky Yoon. I have a Ricky Yoon cousin. Okay, I have a lesbo cousin too. Nothing wrong with being gay, Emmy. No, it's really gay, Emmy. Giving men back massages, paying money to sleep over their houses, hanging out with Johnny A-Light who waxes his legs, who Johnny is a bisexual. And nothing wrong with that. Each his own.
Yeah, well.
Now, this is Assassino's video. Then we'll watch Convict Shrink's video.
Listen, there will be new ones.
Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great evening. Tonight, we're going to get into a little bit of our Rat Squad files, featuring the
Assassino, you gotta stop pausing that stuff when you're talking there, Paisan. I like to hear what you're saying.
boss, Jimmy Calandra, a.k.a. The Helmet, a.k.a. Little Harvey Weinstein. And we also got a special appearance from...
There he is. There's Emmy. Remember, Emmy doesn't go on his channel to say bad words and make threats to MRE, the MRE. I do it on Peggy's channel because Peggy's my little boy.
The Rat Squad member, FBI, a.k.a. Pig Piggy, a.k.a. DJ Spin a Story. So let's get right into this.
Not much, bro.
Now, look how upset Jimmy is. Jimmy is all up in his feels. Jimmy, you all up in them feels, Jimmy? You all up in them feels, huh? Look at him flexing his arms. You can see the anger in his face. He hasn't brushed his hair neither. And he's been dyeing it lately. Go gray, naturally, Jimmy, with gracefully gray.
Let's see Jimmy go crazy. I got a feeling he's going to go.
Yeah, he's going to go nuts. You can tell Assassino, huh? Just by the little weird Emmy look. Like he's feeding for a yellow Crayola. He wants some yellow Crayola crayons in his mouth. Or maybe from the way he's been talking, maybe he wants a male in his mouth to come early. I don't know. I'll come late.
No, just look at him. Look at the smile.
It's a never ending.
Look, listen to this pussy. It's a never-ending story. I don't know why they pick on me. I don't know why. It never ending. Jimmy, like I said, I think everybody in the chat knows this too. If Jimmy didn't make these videos threatening me, I wouldn't have this. I shouldn't even be saying this, actually, because it's going to mess my content up. If Jimmy, you stupid bastard, okay? If you didn't make these stupid, cringy, hollow threats video of being a changed tough guy, I would have no content, you moron.
Is it coming? I think it's coming.
Oh, it's coming, Assassino. Jimmy's about to blow his top. Bonnie Rubble's about to get all bam up in this motherfucker. Watch.
Talked to you in a while, so figured
I haven't talked to you in a while, so I have to come and threaten MRE's life, and I'm not going to do it on my channel because I want everyone to know that I'm the good guy. So I'm going to do it over here where no one in the world can see me do it. Look at him. Look at the way he's kneeling. Looks like someone's got him bent over.
Say hello to everyone in the chat and come on your show.
He's making his rounds, Jimmy. He was on slow flow earlier.
Something, but yeah. So what's new? A lot of nonsense.
Looks like Piggy got a Rogue Ranch. Rogue Ranch in Piggy's chat.
And craziness as always.
No.
Craziness and nonsense as always. Always crazy. Listen, You and your stool pigeons are trying to call that guy Convict Inc.'s probation officer or parole officer, whatever it is. There's nothing more disgusting than that. But Jimmy's done it before. Jimmy did it to Gene Borello. Who do you think? And Piggy knows that. Piggy knows it. And Piggy talks trash about Jimmy, too, behind his back. I've heard that from numerous people. When Jimmy and Piggy get angry, they call cops. They call paroles. They dox. They threaten to call Maggiolio's parole officer. Jimmy's going to call Convict Inc.'s parole officer. What, for exposing you? What about when you shouted Convict Inc.'s channel out, huh? 3 months ago, before Convict Inc. made that video about you, Emmy, you shouted his channel out. Yes, you did. And I'm going to go find that video, you simp. You shouted his channel out because you were trying to win him over with the Emmy dust. It didn't work. He had Emmy dust repellent, gimp.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
A lot of truth is coming out.
I mean, you get dickheads like this Turbo Inc. fucking asshole who comes out of the...
How are you going to call the guy a child molester with no proof? Once again, come on, Piggy. You can't call him a child molester with no proof. That's like, what if I just started saying, well, your wife molested those kids in the house, those teenage boys she was doing drugs with. That would be a lie. I would be making that up. Would that be cool? Imagine if I did a whole video tomorrow night, how the Boz was sleeping with all the 14, 15-year-old kids doing drugs. Would that be fair? No, it wouldn't be. So stop calling people child molesters with no proof. If you want to talk about sexual crimes, you do have Tony Rape Whistle, who literally was charged with second-degree sexual assault on a woman, I believe twice, and then he bragged about beating the woman with a pool stick. And Piggy said it was cool to do that. Piggy said, hell yeah, yo, if a bitch be making up lies on me, I'll be beating her with a baseball bat. Like, what? Who even thinks like that? I like what Convict Shrink said. If a girl did that, you go sue the lady. Yes, she's a sicko. Any woman to make fake rape charges would be a sick woman, and you sue the broad. You don't beat her up with a bat, or you don't beat her with a pool stick like Rape Whistle said.
But they're fucking up your shit, bro. They're fucking up your lies. Come on, cuz.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Cause problems
I'll tell you
with
what,
your
because
lies.
it's very surprising because you would think you get an opportunity to beat life in prison.
You think you got opportunity, you beat wife and prison, and then, hold on, I have to, it's a gerbil. A fucking idiot this guy is, man. This guy is seriously mentally ill. There's certain people that are not built for YouTube, and Jimmy's one of them. Look at all the other stool pigeons that just ignore me. All the other stoolies, I have to give them credit. Boy, Jimmy is the dumbest stool pigeon out of them all. Out of all the finks on the internet, Jimmy is the dumbest. And let me tell you, folks, if you want to start a YouTube channel, start a YouTube channel and do what I do and rip Jimmy apart. He will mention your name. He will help your channel.
No,
here we go.
Person that's in prison would
They're
love to
gonna
be out
whisper
and have
to
the
his
freedom
parole
and enjoy
officer
their
now.
freedom.
And you know what this is? This is a dog whistle right here. Right here, we have a dog whistle to call Convict Inc.'s parole officer, which is the most scumbag. I don't care. Listen, if I hated Convict Shrink with all my heart, if I hated him, I wouldn't call it. Listen, I wouldn't even call Jimmy's parole officer or Piggy's. I wouldn't do that. There's just certain things you just can't do. But Jimmy can and Piggy can. They will dog whistle and call parole officers. They did it to Gene Borello, and I hate Tonto. Gene Borello is a filthy woman-beating scumbag, in my opinion. There's nothing lower than Gene Borello, home invader, total liar, Johnny Aletto, school of fluff. But I would not call his parole officer. That's just some scummy shit that I couldn't do.
Make something of their life. This low-life parasite garbage can.
Give me some examples why he's a low life, Jimmy. I can give you examples why you're a low life, luring women into your best friend's girlfriend. Who does that to their best friend? Any guys in the room? Imagine going to your best friend, right? And going to his girlfriend. Number one, how scummy is that? Like I've said a million times before. I don't agree with my friends cheating on their wives or girlfriends, but it's none of my business. I am not going to go tell the girl and, hey, guess what? Tommy's cheating on you, and then say, hey, Tommy's got a girl at the motel. Let me take you there. And then Jimmy comes out naked with a bathrobe and pulls a Harvey Weinstein. And that's why he's so angry at Convict Shrink, because Convict Shrink is making he's making T-shirts. He's making T-shirts with Jimmy with the bathrobe wide open. Wow. Emmy.
Was laying in the name of no proof. So
Okay.
this is what I
Okay, now, number one, Jimmy, if Convict Shrink was slandering you and lying, you would sue him right now. Okay, that's a very big deal to make. That's a very bad thing to make up if somebody tried to lure a girl to a hotel room for sex. And we all know that backseat Jimmy would sue him in a heartbeat. We all know this. We all know this. So let's not get that twisted. Let's not get that twisted. So Convict Inc. is not lying. That's a true story, because if it wasn't, there'd be a cease and assist letter sent to Convict Inc. immediately. And if anybody is on Facebook, make sure you check out the Justice for Alan Kaiser Facebook group, and please hit like on it. Alan was murdered by Schmiegel, Sammy Gravano, and Jimmy. There's a video on my channel with Jimmy admitting that Sammy said that he shot Alan Kaiser. Like this. Poof. That's what Jimmy said.
got to say.
Wait, time out. If it's slander, then why don't you just sue him?
Exactly.
It's real easy.
Exactly, Assassino.
There we go. Now look.
If it's slander, why doesn't he sue him? Do you know why? Because it's not slander. There's a lot of truth into that tale. What's up, Albert? There's a lot of truth into that tale. We all know that Emmy is sexually awkward with women. Remember, out of his own words, Mike Jacobs' wife wanted to go to Mike Jacobs asked him to take his wife to a strip club, which is the most creepiest, weirdest thing. If any man ever asked me to take their wife to some strip club, I would look at them like they were the Cerberus, like they had 4 heads.
Fuck nonsense. Whatever he's saying, go get your facts, go get your people, okay? Bring someone.
What's that even mean? Go get your facts. He did. He brought his facts, and you couldn't deal with it. Look at Jimmy. Look, the GABA patents are kicking in. Thank you for the pills. Look at those caterpillars. Wow. Who do you think's got bigger eyebrows, Johnny Mac or Jimmy Calamandria? Sammy needs some.
Forward, okay? Because it's all a bunch of nonsense.
Well, he's talking about, hold on.
It's real easy.
He's talking about moving forward. Jimmy, do you realize every time you go on these channels and threaten my life, all you do is give me content. That's all you do, because I'm not scared of you, you punk. You know my name. You know where I live, the city, my address, the whole 9, Emmy. And all you do is make threats. Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea, Emmy. Good garnished wages, maybe in the future.
Look.
There we go. Now look.
Fuck nonsense. Whatever he's saying, go get your facts, go get your people.
Whatever he's saying, he doesn't address nothing about that motel room, does he? No, he doesn't.
Okay, bring someone forward, okay, because it's all a bunch of nonsense. You and your boy Tommy Reynolds, you can both go F yourselves, because I don't care about none of you.
Yes, you do. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be on here right now, Emmy. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be making this. Look at this face of pure ecstasy. Are you sitting on a gerbil? Are you sitting on a hamster? What are you sitting on? A Larry Mazza pogo stick? Look at the ecstasy in that thing. Oh, my God. All right, let's go on.
And this other thing where, what's his name? Nick Calicone, MRE. He thinks
Nick Calicone, MRE. And that's me, folks. Let's go back. And once again, he doesn't care about Piggy's channel, because all I got to do is go right to Piggy's channel and go right to that timestamp, report it for doxing, and gets Piggy a strike. Jimmy don't care about Piggy. He just got his mouth open like Tootie Muldoon. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at Tootie Muldoon. Car 54, where are you? We're on our way to Emmy's house. 10-4. Emmy needs your help. Emmy needs your help.
all a bunch of nonsense. You and your boy Tommy Reynolds, you can both go F yourselves, because I don't care about none of you. And this other thing where
he does look like Chaz Bono, Brian. That's a good one. I want to pull that up. He does look like Chaz Bono a little. Chastity Chaz. whatever you like to call it. No, hold on, I'm trying to read the chat. Pinga pinga. Oh, isn't that rape whistle pinga pinga? I don't know what that means. I think that's like touching yourself with feces. I'm not sure.
What's his name? Nick Calicone, MRE. He thinks they just go on other people's channels and then they start abusing people.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, exactly. That's what you do, Jimmy. Look, he's going to do it right now. So thank you for giving me this. And let's go back, hear my name one more time. The beautiful last name that it is, carried through centuries by pure Romans.
What's his name? Nick Calicone, MRE. He thinks they just go on other people's channels. And
That's what you do, bitch. That's all you do is go on other channels and make hollow threats. You're a paper tiger. You have your threats have no teeth, no validity. You're a clown.
And they start abusing people.
Yeah, you do. That's exactly what you do.
Yes, he's going to do it right now.
Yeah, well,
He just did. He just said he wants to eat my ass. That's the most weirdest thing I've ever heard. Veto Spetafor. Huh? Are you having veto nights with Johnny Cakes? You playing with Johnny Cakes over there?
it's a narrative.
Yeah, that's what you do. And we have proof. Just go back and watch my videos. They're not a
Wait
change.
a second. Look, I'm the bad guy, but
You are.
I'm the bad guy, but you're not a bad guy. You're a stupid guy. I would say you do bad things. You know, you do bad things like luring women to motel rooms, telling on people, threatening people's lives on YouTube, using this Gab Repentant Act, this junkie right here, using his channel. But when his channel goes down, Demi not gonna care. Demi gonna be Demi.
you're attacking me for a year. What do you want me to be nice to you?
I've been attacking him. Look at the victim mentality. I've been attacking him for a year. Oh no, Emmy. Like I said, I first started calling you out because you were putting guys' names. You were calling, I don't even know who the guy was, but when I did the video, I had my friend bleep out the name. You called the guy a made member of the Ragu family 9 times because the guy seen you in a pizza parlor and he called you a stoolie. So your way to get even is to come on the internet and blow his name up. So I called you out on that and selling the clothes. You couldn't deal with the nickname Helmet. You went crazy, started making threats and give me my content, and I keep throwing sand back at you in the sandbox. You jumped in the sandbox with me, Jimmy, and please don't leave the sandbox because I love this content. Thank you.
No, we just want you to tell the truth and stop lying.
on
You're
this
still
show.
telling the same fucking
I tell
lie.
you what I want to do. I want to rip their fucking heads off.
He just said, I don't go on YouTube channels and abuse people. Now he wants to rip their heads off. You're not ripping, you're ripping the Jimmy off. You're ripping a condom off and you're telling your little pal over there to get ready. You're a pig. You're a sexual deviant.
Shit down their neck. That's what I want to do. I'm saying, but
Say that.
nice to you.
Yeah.
No, we just want you to tell the truth and
That's what
stop
I've been saying
lying.
on this
You're still
show.
telling the same fucking
I tell
lie.
you what I want to do. I want to rip their fucking heads off and shit down their neck.
Well, you can't do that. You can't rip nobody's heads off. You can't defecate down nobody's neck. You couldn't even fight the guy in Las Vegas. The guy in Las Vegas wanted to punch you in the nose, and you called the cops.
That's what I want to do. I'm saying, but the people in my corner, they're telling me, Jimmy, you know what? Just behave. You know what? Keep on.
See, Jimmy doesn't run his own life. Jimmy is influenced by whoever's around him. He's a follower. Jimmy's his whole life has been a natural-born follower. He followed Paulie G around the corner store to Nick's candy store, stole a few Jolly Ranchers, stole a hubcap or two, smoked some cocaine in Pittsburgh. He's a follower. So he should listen to these people that are telling him, Jimmy, statt das it, spät, but he won't.
Doing your pop.
He tries that cover-up bullshit all the time.
He
He
sure
does
does.
it every fucking time he wants to come on and lose his shit. My people, Mike, would tell me to ignore it. My people tell me to do this. And he fucking doesn't because he can't because his skin is fucking way too...
Yeah, his skin is way too thin, Assassino. 100%. His skin is so thin that there's going to be blood leaking from it, literally. Paper thin skin.
thin. Jimmy, the story's getting old where your corners and your people are telling you to ignore it. It's getting old. Make up another fucking excuse.
Yeah, you should come up with something better, Emmy. Maybe some of them are. I bet you some of them are. I bet you there are some of Emmy's friends that are telling him, like, why are you going back and forth with these people? Just like Schmiegel tried to warn him. That child killer, Sammy Gravano, tried to warn Emmy. But Emmy, his brain is too soft. His skin is too thin. and he can't control himself. He's bipolar and he's mentally ill.
These people, they want to take me out of character.
Nobody can take you out of character but yourself, Jimmy. You have no character. You are a flip-flopping phony. One day you're a choir boy, the next day you're a natural-born killer.
Then right away I'm the bad guy.
No, time out. Listen.
And you're not a bag. You're just a slip and fall school idiot. You're just a dropout of slip and fall school. You're a stupid man. And without stupid rats like you, my channel would not exist or be as successful as it is, Emmy.
You try to put yourself into a character when you go on your channel.
Yes, he
and
does.
When you go on these shows. But we're just showing the real Emmy when you act the way you do. Like,
Yup. Emmy! These are the two faces of Jimmy Calamandria. And where do we get that name, Calamandria? From Sammy Schmiegel, the bullshitter Gravano. Jimmy paid this guy $3-4 grand to sleep over his house for a weekend. And Sammy only gave Jimmy a 15-minute video where it was just straight up humiliating him the whole time. You must have made, though, because Jimmy's very socially awkward. Remember that. He takes crying fits. He's always taking fits and little like crying tantrums. He took them in jail. He took them on the streets, and he's taking them now. He must have made a real bad impression at Smeagol's. Maybe he was caught trying to eat Karen sneakers or something. Who knows? Who knows with this guy?
Maniac, like you're probably going to do now. Like you just got done threatening people. You want to rip their head off and shit down their neck. That's the real Jimmy.
Like,
yes.
You keep on hitting me, and
always the victim.
Not throwing a punch.
Always the victim. He plays the victim card to a T. It hurting me, baby. Nobody tells you to watch. You don't have to listen to these, Emmy. And the people that are calling you up saying, hey, guess what MRE just said? They're not really your friends, Jimmy. You know that, right? They're not really your friends. And you're never going to get a movie deal. No one's ever going to believe your bullshit story because you straight up lied about Tommy Karate. You straight up lied, Jimmy. You don't know him. Well, you know of him, but he don't know you.
Fucking victim.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I've been saying on this show is what they do with you, bro, to push you. They'll abuse the shit out of you for a fucking year straight. And then if one day you've had enough and you snap and maybe say some things you wouldn't ordinarily say.
But he's saying them now, Piggy. That's all he's saying is threats, Piggy. That's all he's saying. And you watch my channel, why I called Jimmy out. For the first 3 months of me abusing Jimmy on here, if you want to call it abuse, me calling Jimmy out on his lies, you used to watch. You said it yourself. You used to watch. I used to go on your shows as I did it. The only time you stuck up for Jimmy is when Josie reminded you that, and I wouldn't attack Lee Cole for you.
Then they use that to paint you as the bad guy. And look, he hasn't changed at all. He's still the same fucking guy.
All right,
Well, he hasn't changed, but he was never a mob guy or a would-be mob guy. I heard about the little interview you gave people back in 2012 where you tried to tell people you were almost a member of the banana family, the ragu family, all this stuff. You're a bullshitter, man. You stole hubcaps. You were never a mob guy. You're a would-be mob guy.
Let me just weigh in here.
Like
I said, it's the opposite. All right. Jimmy isn't a nice guy. He plays it. He portrays himself as a nice guy, but when he acts like an animal, that's the real Jimmy. Okay, don't get it twisted.
Yes, that's what they do. But the thing
That's what they do. Thank you for the gabapenton. Look at Omerta. Dude, you got fucking Omerta on your arm with guns and all this gangster shit. What about your gangster talk and all your threats? You're going to go catch a body and come kill me? You're not going to do shit. You're just keyboard warriors. At least I'll come up here and tell the truth. You know, I'll come up here and tell the truth. I don't go fight people off of YouTube. If you people want to come hunt me down, so be it. Jimmy, have some of your simps. Do you know how many times Jimmy's dropped my name and address in every Facebook would-be mafia group, those fanboy pages? In every one of them, he dropped my stuff. People go beat him up. Go hurt this guy. Just do it then, like Nike. Just do it.
you know what?
It's always everybody else.
In order to
Let's hear this.
what you do is, I guess you just ignore them. You don't say anything. I mean,
Look at Jimmy. In order to change, you just ignore them and don't say nothing? Yes, you fucking Dunsky. You ignore me. And guess what? I go on to Gene Barello or Johnny A later, another scumbag. But you're the gift that keeps on giving, Emmy.
Do. But the thing is,
They,
you know what?
it's always everybody else.
In order to change,
Let's hear this.
what you do is, I guess you just ignore them. You don't say anything. I mean,
You can't. You fucking wish you could.
He does wish he could, Assassin. He can't. Like I said, insecure. Jimmy is an insecure man-child. Insecure man-child like Jimmy cannot ignore. His ego will not let him. That's why I own him. I run his ass back and forth to the candy store constantly, like Paulie G did back in '87. Get me a Snicker bar, get me a Musketeer, and a Yoo-Hoo.
Well, no, that's what they want from you. They want to be able to abuse you.
Look who's getting advice from.
I know.
The fucking idiot on the left.
You can't win.
Can't win. And
well, then why? All right, if you can't win, why play the game, Emmy? Because you're right, Emmy. You can't win. All you can do is help my channel and give me content. So, listen, you can't lose if you don't play the game. Remember that saying. You can't lose if you don't play the game.
You know, so what they do is they just want to slander me and.
Well, then sue me, you prick. Sue Convict Inc. and me. Because I'm not slandering, I'm telling the truth. You lured a woman to a motel room. False pretenses of sex. You did that. You're a creepo, not me.
Some people I know, meaning you, some of my friends, and they think they're going to get away with it.
Just ignore it, but you can't. You're not fucking 15.
Well, he said we're not going to get away with it. So what can you do, Jimmy? Are you going to lawsuit and sue us? What do you Jimmy's got a few options. The smart option would be to ignore people, which Jimmy cannot do, right? Cannot do that. Ignore. The second option is to come attack people, which I would love to see that happen. Never happen. The third option is to stuff a gerbil up his ass. I think he's going to go with the third option. Gerbils' lives do matter, Jimmy. And every time you take one of those poor little creatures from a pet shop and you shave them and you put them in a plastic bag and rub Vaseline on them and pound them up your keister, it's not cool. They have souls.
It really is, bro. It's sick.
Look at the victim's age. It's sick, bro. Hold on. Let me just eat another gabapentin. It's real sick, man. I'm going to go stalk Muhammad Ali's daughter next. And I thought you hated gangsters, Piggy. You still got all gangster cartoons over there.
I feel so bad for you.
But isn't it a shame, bro? Like you were saying a minute ago, isn't it a shame, bro?
I feel so bad
all the
for you.
fucking people out there that
Isn't it a shame that you have to threaten women all the time and grandmothers? Isn't that a shame?
deserve another shot, that deserve a chance at something like compassionate release. And this fucking animal winds up getting.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Rape Whistle? Like, Tony, listen, who's worse? Convict Inc., who saw, I don't know much about the guy's charges. He sold some drugs when he was younger or something crazy. What's worse? Someone who sold drugs or somebody who sexually attacked people? I'm going to go with the sexual attacker, the sex offender. You guys are friends with a sex. You actually brought your wife to meet a sex offender. And I heard the sex offender was making fun of you on the way down there. He was talking to the champagne on the phone. What's his name? Cheeks, Nikki Blade with the droopy dog cheeks. He was talking to the champagne, bad-mouthing you. Why would you ever bring your wife near a fucking ripper, dude?
Well, I mean, just so he can come out and do what he's doing.
Come on, now tell me why he just said that. Why? To try and get Rob in trouble. They wish.
Yes, they want to get the guy. They want people to call the cops on the guy, Rob. Because listen, when it comes to stool pigeons, they're getting even is putting people in jail. That's their way of getting even, is putting people in jail, getting them in trouble.
Go to jail.
He pulled one over on the government.
Oh, here we go.
Listen, Jimmy, he pulled one over on the government. So did you, Jimmy. When you went and, what do they call that? When you become a filthy rat, you got to tell all the crimes you did. Did you tell the crime about luring the woman to that motel room? Did you debrief that? Like you took your briefs off in that hotel room. Did you debrief and tell them about you luring a woman to a hotel room under false pretenses to have sex with her? No, you didn't.
Like you did?
Saying, you know what, I got cancer.
Okay.
And,
he pulled one over on the government and said he had cancer. No, it's scientific data that he has cancer. You pulled one over because your fucking testimony was a testimony of a dead man.
Exactly. When Jimmy did testify against Anthony Sparrow, and R.I.P. to Anthony Sparrow, when he testified against Sparrow, it was just another Paulie G story, like his whole channel. Remember, why is this guy melting down and making up Tommy Karate lies? Because he's done with all the Paulie G stories. He was Paulie G's tag-along buddy. My buddy. He was my buddy and me tagging along with Paulie G, stealing hubcaps, buying Paulie G Yoo-hoos and sodas. That's it. So he never knew Sparrow. Sparrow never bothered with this mutt.
Right? Fucking hearsay.
I got this secret.
That's right. R.I.P. Judy Shemtov. You'll never hear Jimmy talk about Judy Shemtov, right? Nope. You'll never hear Jimmy talk about Judy Shemtov. When Judy Shemtov was shot in the face, right? Jimmy was laughing in the car. He was laughing and making mafia jokes in the car.
But look, now you're home. So obviously you don't got cancer no more.
What is that? Now you don't got cancer no more? What's this guy even taught? Jimmy, you are one stupid son of a bitch.
Worries? Huh?
What? What? That's all Jimmy does.
Your freedom? Well, a guy like that, in all honesty, he deserves to die in jail.
Look, everybody deserves to die in jail. They're all pieces of garbage, except Emmy Calamandria. Not him. He's such a good guy.
Shit.
The real Jimmy. That's the real Jimmy.
But if you notice, Jimmy won't go on his channel and say this ever.
Calandra.
This is how you use your second chance.
This is how you're using your second chance. Fucking rat bastard.
And he's gonna end up
That was funny, Assassino. He is a rat bastard.
back in prison any fucking way.
You
know what I
wish.
mean? And like I said earlier,
Look at Piggy. He's going to be back in prison anyways because I'm Milhouse, and I'm going to tell Bart Simpson to call the cops because that's what me and Common Sense do. We call the cops all the time. Should be ashamed of yourself. A grown man pulling up Maggiolio's parole officer, calling up Convict Shrink's parole officer. Are you people sick? Oof.
makes it look bad for other people who might be.
Because that's what you
under
care about, other
consideration.
people. So,
Oh, your Piggy cares about everybody. He just wants his gab repentant.
The same opportunity.
Oh no, he's not helping nobody. And
He's not helping nobody. But why? But me help people. I'm helping people with clothes. I thought Jimmy didn't even make his YouTube channel of used clothing because I made fun of him. Who is Jimmy help? Just like Johnny A. Light. Who did Johnny A. Light help? Who did Jimmy help? Nobody.
listen, hopefully, you know what? Everybody's watching. They're watching this guy because this guy, you know.
And they're watching you, Jimmy. Why do you think your own Harvest of Sorrow, your own subs went on your channel? And every time you do a live stream, we got people in there waiting to jump on and politely confront you about the Tommy Karate lie and about the Harvey Weinstein stuff.
Honesty. Hopefully he's going back to jail. Hopefully he dies there because that's where he belongs. He's a fucking garbage can, piece of shit.
That's the statement I would expect from the real Jimmy Calandra, okay?
It really is, piece of shit.
But you're not, Jimmy. You've wished death. You said it was good that Lee Cole's brother was dead. The guy Tom Cole. You laugh at dead people. You say filthy things, sexual things about people's grandmothers. You're a foul sexual degenerate, Jimmy.
It's a shame.
His own family don't like him. You say none of them like him. You know, the guy's a fucking.
What's that got to do with facts? Even if it is true.
Yeah, great point, Assassino. Let's say Convict Inc.'s family doesn't like him. What does that have to do with him exposing you for the Tommy Karate lie and exposing you for coming out like Harvey the Helmet Weinstein? You came out of the bathroom of the motel naked. That girl thought she was there to see her boyfriend catching her boyfriend cheating on her. Instead, Jimmy comes out, him and his little self, and opens his bathrobe.
What's that got to do with facts?
Fucking
Nothing.
trash can, garbage can. That's
There's
what he really
nothing.
is. Oh, he's a garbage can.
Well, everybody's a garbage can to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, no facts, nothing. Like, to form an argument why they shouldn't believe him, why don't you, talk about the motel incident or the Tommy Karate thing? You just can't, trash pail, garbage bad guy. I'm a good guy.
Yeah, without a
But
doubt.
you're just a liar, and it kills you that he fucking exposed you.
I've
All right?
with this dude, man.
How's those
It's like
lives going with
you let him
106
slide, you let
people,
him slide,
108
he talks
people?
a little bit of shit.
That's right.
How's that?
Jimmy's last live stream was an utter failure. He had 108 people in it. He brought his sister on and, like, I don't know, some guy eating Cheetos to say how great he was and how they inspired him. And Jimmy inspires people. See, that's the bad thing about sycophants, folks. When people are just willing to tell you you're doing a great job, even when you're not. It's like when you leave a store, you got a little mustard on your face you just ate. You want your friend to say, hey, you got some mustard on your cheek. Not to say, how do I look? Oh, you look fine. That big yellow spot, I can't see it. That's what Jimmy's got around him, sycophants. And I would say the only friends Jimmy has are the ones telling him to ignore this. But he can't.
To a point, man. It's just like we were saying with what MRE, and there's MRE, and there's like the dude who want to push you and push you and push you, but then it's...
I didn't push him and push him. He made videos calling people gangsters and shit, innocent people. That's what I do. It's Mob Rats Exposed. You even said I was a legend. You loved my channel. You know what it's about. So when he does cringy stuff like that, I'm going to make fun of Jimmy. When Jimmy comes on here and threatens to kill me and gives my address out and tells everybody to come kill me, I'm going to make fun of him.
As soon as you fight back, you become...
He doesn't fight back. He cries. That's not fighting back. Like, how is that fighting back?
Fucking bad guy. No. You can't get away with it.
No, let's get that straight, because the Rat Squad does it all the time. They pick the fights, then when somebody comes back at them, and especially when they get embarrassed, then all of a sudden they're the victim. The victims. Yeah.
I've been home now for almost 16 years. Being home, I tell you, know what? I have hundreds of people that can talk about my character.
Well, then bring him on. Besides the guy who eats Cheetos, who wants you to help his channel grow, and your sister, you have hundreds of people. Bring two people from your childhood to vouch for your character, and not someone from YouTube who you're building their channel. Say what you want about me. I had 11 of my friends come on here and vouch for my character. Anybody else do that? How about you, Piggy? Anybody from your childhood or any friend in real life come on? Not a shot, Piggy. Not a shot.
The violin right now. We'll play the violin as I fucking videotape it.
I changed my life around. How much of a
he changed his life.
You show it all the time.
I do. I really am. I'm not throwing bouquets at myself.
Yeah, you are.
You come on, the whole Rat Squad.
You hear him? I'm not throwing bouquets at myself. Yeah, you are. You didn't change your life around, or you wouldn't be on here threatening people's lives. You wouldn't be giving out my address and my name, telling people to come kill me.
I'll blows himself all the time. We're used to that.
Push.
Blow yourself. Go right ahead.
Straight line. I walk into people that I'm around.
Did you hear that?
That old way around.
Assassino, you got to stop pausing that shit, brother, because I can't even hear what they're saying. You got to pause that.
I hear that. People wish they could walk the straight line that Jimmy walked.
You know
what straight line? After Jimmy ratted out Spiro, right? Well, when he told the Paulie G story to put Anthony Spiro in jail, he went to Pittsburgh and smoked cocaine and tried to get a no-show job. He tried to get no-show jobs. He tried to be Pittsburgh Pookie, dropping names, doing interviews, telling people he was almost a made member of mafia families. This, like I told you before, folks, is a 56-year-old mafia groupie, a wise guy hump, a mafia fanboy. That's all Jimmy is, and that's all he'll ever be. Remember, 4 months ago, he had a Schmeagol shrine, Sammy the Bull Gravano, who killed a young man, who killed a 16-year-old boy. He had his pitch. See how Piggy has Muhammad Ali here? Jimmy had a big shrine of Sammy, all little individual pitches that made a shrine of Sammy. And then he took it down after Sandusky kicked him off the team and sniffed his socks.
Classic.
But the other thing is, too, you know what? You become nice and you be quiet, and people think they can walk all over you. You know?
It's called ignoring people, Jimmy. Hey, American Made. Even when American Made put that video out, and Jimmy's like, look, I did know Tommy Karate. Jimmy, everybody, even your biggest fans know that you never met Tommy Karate. You never went to that prison to visit him. You made a 15-minute video. What, to trigger us? as you're telling everybody you want to be left alone, they keep pushing me. Why they bother me? Leave me alone. I don't want to be in this stuff. I don't want to be involved. Why would you make a 15-minute video to trigger us if you don't care about us? Why would you make that Photoshop picture to trigger us if you don't care about us? It's kind of an oxymoron, huh, Jim? That don't make sense, huh, Jimmy? Just admit you ran out of Paulie G stories. You were trying to sell some Tommy Karate stories, and it blew up in your face, you dribbling, stumbling fucking malcontent.
Oh, they don't understand that there's another side to me.
You know, there's another side to me. Well, me and Bill Cotolo get naked together. There's another side to Jimmy, everybody.
I'm saying that other side, they really don't want to see.
Whoa, watch out.
Oh, nobody wants to see that side of Jimmy. What is that side? And what is that side? It's this, just making threats. That's what Jimmy's other side is. Making threats. Like a tough guy. That's up. Look at Red Ryder BB gun. That's all he does is make threats. That's it. Make threats. Fucking clown. You don't want to see that other side of me. Fucking malcontent.
Well, look.
Watch out.
You know what?
Here comes the threats.
You know what? You know what? I'm a hell of a person.
I know you don't believe in it, but me, I believe in God. I grew up that way.
It shows.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted, homie G. Word up, yo.
I'm saying, I mean, don't think like, I'm not capable of fucking anything.
And the same.
I know you're capable of luring women to hotel rooms, you sexual little deviant. That's why you're single in your late 50s and you're going to die alone. An old man all alone with no wife and no one to love you because you're a sexual misfit. That's what you are, pal. You're such an awkward person, socially awkward, sexually awkward. You have major problems, Emmy, major problems. And you're letting the gabapentin boy really manipulate you. This all benefits Piggy. Well, it might get his channel taken down or a strike or something, but still, it benefits Piggy to have Jimmy come on here and talk shit and run his mouth and threaten people. It doesn't help Emmy, though.
Same sentence that he believes in God. He's
fucking hurt someone I love. Oh,
how are we hurting somebody they always said they hurt somebody they love? Who the hell said they would hurt anybody you love, you misfit? If anything, you're hurting the ones you love, blank face. That's what you are. There's nothing there, nothing between them ears. How are we hurting the ones you love? I don't make fun of your wife. Well, you don't have a wife. Your mother. I don't make fun of your kids. I don't make fun of your sister. I don't make fun of nobody but you. So how are we hurting the ones you love? This makes no sense.
Fucking on like Donkey Kong.
It's on like Donkey Kong. Wow. Oh, you fucking babbling fucking wankster. Jimmy thinks he's Tupac now.
Well, of course.
Did you hear the phrase?
If somebody bought my family, it's on like Donkey Kong. You fucking malcontent.
It's on like Donkey Kong. Fucking did a doof.
Honestly, I'm tired of these motherfuckers.
I'm tired. I thought you just 10 minutes ago. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care. Now he's tired. Tell me this, folks. If somebody who was this tired of all this shenanigans, would he make a 15-minute video trying to trigger us? No, he wouldn't. Tell us the truth, Emmy. I'll make a deal with you, Jimmy. If you come out tomorrow and say, I lied about Tommy Karate. I never went to that prison. I made that thing up as a lie because I ran out of Paulie G stories. I will never mention you again, you sweet little bitch.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
I really am, and I tell legitimate people this. I tell detectives, cops, everything.
Look at it. I tell detectives, cops. I tell detectives, sheriffs, cops. I tell them all about this stuff. I tell my parole officer. I'm calling Convict Inc.'s parole officer. I'm going to call Tommy Reynolds as judge. I'm going to tell everybody this. You fucking weasel. You are a small man.
I'm tired of these fucking.
Of course, call the cops. You tell everybody everything because you can't keep your mouth shut. You're a rat bastard.
So I can fucking annihilate them.
Listen to this. Listen to what a child. He sounds like a fucking 7th grader. I wish they would show up in front of my house so I would annihilate them. Well, Jimmy, I'm not you. I don't say I'm going to hurt people and beat people up off the internet. I don't do that, Jimmy. Too smart for that, you Dunsky. who the hell would ever go to your house anyways? Number one, I don't go to people's houses off the internet and fight them. But even if I did, you'd be the last person I'd go to the house. Why? Because you're a fucking former Witsec rat, dude. You're a fucking stool pigeon.
Yeah, but you know they never will, bro. Never.
Fucking annihilate them.
Annihilate them. I will annihilate them. Got another job of pattern?
You hear him? You got to say it again.
And the people who really know me, they know I would.
And the people that really know Emmy know he will annihilate us. He's going to annihilate us if we go to his house and try to hurt his family. Who the hell would ever try to go to your house and hurt your family, you moron? I've made fun of you for 6 months, and for good reason. You give me the content. I never once slandered your family or made fun of your family, you small brain malcontent. You fucking street urchin.
Jimmy the tough guy.
I know that's what's so funny.
And you should be on
about
YouTube.
Dudes.
All right, buddy.
No, he shouldn't. Jimmy does not belong on YouTube.
I like MRE. I mean, this is a guy who admittedly can't fight his way out of a
They're still talking about MRE. It's been
I can't fight my way out of a paper bag with scissors in my hands.
So what happens if you run into someone?
What happens if I run into Emmy? I guess we'll find out, or maybe we'll never know with Emmy. But why don't you just make that? You made the threats that you were going to come murder me after I did the Boz video. Keep talking about the women in this community and their family. And you have no idea who Mother of the Year, the next Piggy Files video is going to be. You're going to really shit your pants then.
What happens then?
What happens then? I guess we'll see. We'll see. Tell Jimmy, back up them threats. Come and try to kill me and rip my face off and eat my ass. Oh, my God. I can't believe I just said that. Come try to eat my ass, Jimmy, and break my face and stab me in the neck, and I'm going to be MIA. Come do it, and let's see how it goes.
You know what I mean? Well, you get beat the fuck up, and then you call the cops.
Oh, no, I don't call the cops, Piggy. Unlike you, Piggy, I don't call the cops. You do. We have you on video admitting with that Joe Pesci shirt on that you called the cops on Tony Pizza. You called the cops on him. I don't call the cops on people. That's why I can walk around with my head high all over my city. That's why I can walk with my head high no matter where I go. Never called the cops on nobody in my life.
That's exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Well, hopefully he wants it to somebody that's friendly with me.
Now listen to this. Now this is a dog whistle, folks. Now listen to this. This is what Jimmy tried to accomplish, and he's trying to accomplish over the last 7 months right here. What hopefully he runs into somebody who's friendly with me. He was dropping my name, my address, and all those little gay mafia fanboy groups. Listen.
You know what I mean? Well, you get beat the fuck up, and then you call the cops. Right? That's exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Well, hopefully he wants it to somebody that's friendly with me. That would be nice.
See, that's a dog whistle right there. Great job, Jimmy. Keep doing it, Jimmy. Keep bringing out those hollow threats and them dog whistles.
So what's that mean, Jimmy?
Really would.
You have some.
What that means is Jimmy is begging. Jimmy would pay. So anybody local, if you want to make a few bucks, email Jimmy Calandra and tell him that you'll come attack the infamous evil MRE. You'll come attack me for Emmy.
Body waiting to hurt MRE stuff?
And I would,
Is that from the bounty you put out?
Yeah, remember that? Jimmy put a bounty out in my head. Well, what happened, Jimmy? None of those local gimps did anything. None of those local gimps did a thing, Emmy.
I'm going to come on here. I'm going to start some controversy.
I'm going to start some controversy today. Look at this fucking jack-o'-lantern. Look at this fucking jack-o'-lantern. Oh, my God.
Give a little business story scumbags today.
Wow, you're actually talking, give a little business. Are you talking about Piggy? Are you talking about Piggy with the breadstick fucking arms over here? Piggy, those arms are fucking tiny, Piggy.
What, on here or on your own show?
Oh, see, this is what I like what Piggy said right here. Now, I don't know if Piggy did this on accident or he ate some spinach. You're going to do this on here or your own show? I was hopefully that, like, Piggy had some sort of, like, self-preservation in his channel left in him to say, are you going to come on and keep dropping this guy's name and doing all this stuff on my channel or do it on yours? Listen.
I'm going to start some controversy today and give a little business story scumbags today.
What, on here or on your own show?
No, on your show, my show.
Yeah, no, on your show. Oh, and my show. Oh, no. Jimmy only comes over here and masturbates, and then when he's done, he wipes his pee-pee on Piggy's forehead.
Too.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, you should. But listen, I don't give a fuck what they say, bro. See, what they do, it's all psychology, bro. What they
Is this kid retarded or what? Keep eating the Gabra Patton's Piggy.
do when they attack you and they say, "Oh, look, he threatened us. He's not a changed man." That's their way of trying to keep you silent.
Exactly.
How is that trying to keep him silent? That makes no sense, Piggy.
They want you to just sit back and take it.
No, I want Jimmy to make videos like this and threats. This is great. This gives me content, Piggy. You should know that. And wow, you look pretty gabbied out there. Those gabbies are hitting hard, those Johnnies. But no, this is what I love right here. I would hate if Jimmy went silent. I shouldn't even be saying this. This goes against my own interest right here. I would hate if Jimmy went silent. That means I got to go find Mild Bill and fucking start torturing Mild Bill and the rest of them again. Emmy is the gift that keeps on giving. And Piggy knows. Piggy likes when Jimmy does this because it helps Piggy and it helps me. It helps us both.
Fucking real man will put his pride to the side and fucking ignore it. But you
Exactly. Not only that, someone with 23,000 subs who thought they would have movies and all this weird stuff, yeah, they would ignore it. But Jimmy's weak, mentally weak.
both can't because you're not men.
Certain people in my company that, you know, anything I do rubs off on them.
Anything I do, I rub it off on them. What the fuck is he talking about?
So I try to be a gentleman.
What is he talking about? What I do rubs off on them. Who are them people? We don't know who they are. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What you do falls on your head only. The decisions we make in life fall on our own heads. Nobody else's, Emmy. Hold on, David. Thank you. Falls on our own heads. No one else's. What's up, Jerry, Albert? Let me hit on a few things over here. Dallas, how you doing? Look for the outlet. Let's see, a deep fat boy, Jimmy's bitch. He always lets Jimmy come on the show and talk the most vile, disrespectful shit. He's afraid to say it. Yeah, that's true. Jimmy used to go in there and block everybody. Jimmy went on like 3 tantrums. He went on like 3 tantrums where he went in the chat screaming and blocking everybody and be like, I hate you, FBI's. FBI, I hate you. And then Emmy runs back to his channel. Oh my God, Emmy is just pure Emmy. What's up, Danny? Yeah, he threatened to shoot Danny Trio in the stomach too. He's a clown. We push back forever. Check out the book, Guilt for the Guiltless. Go check out the We Push Back YouTube channel. Somebody dropped that link in there, and go read the book, Guilt for the Guiltless. Go check out What Price Providence by Gerard Ramet. Go check out Dean Wilkinson's book, Dark Impressions. Go check out Gotti Jr.'s book. Check out books who are not written by rats. Go read books from guys who didn't tell on people, not these stool pigeons. You'll notice Jimmy's never had a book. He's never had a book. Emmy's never had a book. But I was thinking he was going to come out with like what that moron Borello did, that liar, fluff faggot, Gene Borello. He came out with his stupid book. The editing was terrible. Emmy can't even pull that. Listen,
when was that?
Person.
I must have missed that one.
YouTube with these people, in all honesty, you can't be nice to them.
You don't have to be nothing to us, Jimmy. You should just ignore.
You really can't. You gotta fucking annihilate them.
How are you annihilating me? By giving me content. Thank you.
You gotta throw gasoline on them.
Well, you want to burn people?
Seriously.
Throw gasoline and put a match on it, he said, all right?
I'm not kidding.
And he's not kidding.
Listen, some people are going to agree with me, some people are going to disagree, but people like this are garbage cans.
How am I a garbage can? Because I'm calling you out for the lies. I've never threatened you.
Okay?
Come up with a new title,
quick. He's a garbage can. It's just a matter of time. Look, he showed his true self already. I mean, this guy, even in prison, was a garbage can. Believe me, there's no Italian guys that want to hang out with this guy.
Really?
I mean, he took a picture with Tommy Karate. And
I think he's talking about Convict Inc. now.
I took a picture with this fucking chomo.
Don't be hating on.
Yeah, he's jealous because Convict Inc. really has a picture with him and Tommy Karate, and you don't, Jimmy.
From that he knew Tommy Karate.
And Tommy was from your neighborhood and everything, Jimmy, but Tommy didn't like you. He didn't even know you, and there's no picture with you and Tommy. There's only a picture with Tommy and Convict Shrink, not you.
and he spent time with Tommy Karate.
And trust
you
me, that
never knew
hurts.
Tommy.
That hurts Jimmy deeply.
He didn't know you, like you say. He does.
Jimmy's trying to
And
be
then today,
mafia, man. He's trying to be Mr. Mafia, right? And here's this mob guy from his neighborhood where he had the fake pictures with. But Rosso's got one with him.
Hey,
That's got to wound Jimmy deeply.
You know, and that's another thing too. When you know, I'll talk about that. I made
What's he talking about now?
Gunsmoke.
Here's what he said. I made Gunsmoke make a peta.
That
Here we go. He's still lying. The same lie.
Tommy Karate, remember?
Yeah. I remember. You remember? Yeah.
Of course.
They made a big thing out of it. I told Gunsmoke, I said, listen, Gunsmoke, I'm going to trigger these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
No, you didn't say that. And it wasn't just a picture. It was a 15-minute video where you said you went and visited him in prison.
That's what happened.
You know?
Sure.
Yeah, you told me you said that.
Yeah, you told me you said that, Jimmy. You told me. Another Gab repentant, please.
Go right with
right
it.
away. Oh, yeah, you don't know Tommy Karate. Look,
Go back and watch my
I know
videos.
Tommy Karate. Okay, Tommy Karate was from my neighborhood, and a lot of people knew Tommy Karate. All right, and Tommy Karate, if you ask him, did he chop that woman's head off? He's gonna say no.
You hear the logic? All right.
You know Jimmy Calandra.
Well, there's a big difference with him admitting chopping a woman's head off. Why wouldn't he admit he knew you? You know? Why wouldn't he just say, yeah, I knew him before he was a rat? So what? Because he didn't know you.
Okay, he's gonna say
just
no
like you said, you walked, he called a Leah Remedy. I tell Leah Remedy to the door. I used to walk Leah Remedy to the store.
You know, because where he is.
No, because where he is. Yeah, think about where he is. Think about what he just said. And then it bothered him so much that he actually had to write a letter to make sure that the truth got out there because he didn't want Jimmy's lies out there. Okay? So
Exactly.
You tell me what makes sense.
The guy Tommy Karate's not dead. He's just in jail. And he wrote 2 letters saying that you and John Ayler are full of shit.
People want to tell their own stories. They want to change history.
Change what?
This is
This
what they
guy's so
want to do.
retarded.
They want to,
Look at Piggy like a bobblehead, just nodding his head. Whatever Daddy Jimmy says. Yes, Daddy Jimmy. Another Gab repentant, please.
There's
for
the
my
storyteller.
character. This is what people don't like me. This is what they do. You know? But you know what? They can't succeed because their character sucks.
Their character. This is just childish
It's true.
being.
That's all you got, cuz. Come on.
This is weak.
People see through this motherfucker.
Yeah, I gotta skip ahead because this is just it's just Jimmy going, Jimmy good, day bad. Jimmy good, day bad. Jimmy good, day bad. That's it. Jimmy good, day bad. Oh my god, Convict Shrink, you got so many ads in your videos. This is called True Colors of a Calandria's Degenerate Crew.
If you have not tried this channel, please become members because I'm going to start blocking. I did a live session, but I wanted to go back before I went to
No, they're calling this guy's parole officer, which is disgusting.
bed and recap something that happened tonight. There's a guy, for those of you that don't know, whose name is Chris. He has a small channel called MobTube or FBS or whatever. But anyway, me and this guy have been going back and forth for a while, and at one point, we talked for a little while and had conversations with each other.
And everything you told him will be told on his channel. Don't talk to Piggy.
2 conversations. But anyway, if you guys don't know, there's this thing called MobTube, and there's these sides, right? There's these 2 sides. And there's this one side that has Angel Gotti and this other side that has Jimmy Calandra kind of leading the pack. And Jimmy Calandra is a person who I know and I have exposed for being a fraud over and over. And
that's true.
And will not stop doing so. Jimmy has become part of a business model that I'm making for an international slogan for don't be a snitch, don't be a Jimmy. Not just don't be an informant, but don't be a scumbag informant who lies about the reason why he told on his friends. And
that's right, Jimmy. It's all lies with Jimmy.
Don't be an informant who portrays himself like somebody who left that life and then has done good ever since. This person, Jimmy Calandra.
No, he's not. He's
crack smoker.
Smoked cocaine in Pittsburgh, the whole 9.
He has tried to sexually assault women. He's a
That's
this
true.
is a real
True.
bad.
And now, if this wasn't true, he'd be suing Convict Shrink, because Convict Shrink said he's got what, a couple of houses he owns or some acres, I don't know, something like that. Wouldn't Jimmy be suing him?
A real bad character, this Jimmy Calandra, and he has a support group of other bad characters. And tonight,
Well, they're called simps, Rob. They're called simps.
the face of these bad characters presented himself just full blown. So one of the bad characters I need to say, who didn't present himself, but his name is Soflo. Also, Tony Luis.
Tony Rape Whistle, I call him. Tony Rape Whistle.
Last name, Tony Luis Espinoza or Tony Orlando Espinoza. This is a guy who lives in Florida who has a smaller channel than FBS. We're talking about.
Yeah, and when Rape Whistle came out, he was making fun of Piggy and fighting with Piggy. And then Calamandria hired them, I believe. He hired them without Piggy's knowledge, because Jimmy doesn't trust Piggy at all. And Piggy don't trust Jimmy neither. It's all a fake, it's a fake love, like a fake love affair. They talk about each other behind each other's backs.
2000.
But Tony Rape Whistle is a sexual offender. You guys hang out and do streams with a sex offender.
Subs maybe. And this guy fancies himself in the mob genre. He's Cuban, a little bit of Italian blood, a little bit of Afro blood in him. And his whole goal, his whole purpose on YouTube is to.
Jeez, it's another. Oh my God! I thought you were coming another
Terrorize,
ad.
Brutalize, and just a cyberbully. Furthermore, most importantly, this guy brags about beating a woman with a pool stick.
And that's true. He bragged about beating a woman with a pool stick. Amazing.
Brags about it.
Like I said, if some girl lied about, some girl accused you for rape, yeah, she's a scumbag. Any woman that would say that a fake rape thing is a scumbag. Sue her. Don't go beat no woman up with a pool stick. You don't do that.
Loved it. And very sad, very sick individual. This is a very sick individual. So he has other friends, and this is FBS or Chris, and a guy named Johnny Mack, who has a long history of addiction, been on methadone for 9 years, and very bad shape physically.
Johnny Mack, the methadone kid, is in real bad shape. His forehead, he's got a Neanderthal-esque forehead and eyebrows. He's really messed up in the head. He's got poppy seeds on his arm. He got his wife doped up on methadone and held it over her head so she wouldn't throw him out of the house. Real creepy guy. So what these guys do is they get a hold of this guy, and this guy talks to them on the phone. He thinks they're nice guys or whatever, and then they take everything he says and they go use it against him like a pure scumbag would. Anybody that break confidentiality like that is a scumbag. You have no character.
Methadone. And it's just a sad situation.
And Johnny Mack is just that guy. He's just looking for a daddy. He's like a little orphan, like what was that little orphan? Oliver Twist. Can I have some more porridge, sir? He'll just, anybody who's willing to open the door and take Mac in, he's going in, pants down, ass wide open. Forget about it.
Sad cast of characters. Now, tonight, when I was doing my live, exposing real facts about.
Oh wow! I almost knocked my candle over here. I got these scent candles. I just lit it. I almost caused a fire. Whoa.
The cast of characters. They called me. FBS called me live, and he was on a guy named Pole Smoke or something. Pole Smoke.
Stop shouting his channel out, Rob. Don't help these guys with subs.
Show.
And I'll tell you how Pole Smoke. I discovered Pole Smoke. He was in the chat going, "Look at me! Look at me! I have a channel. Look at me!" And I liked his Tonto Borello video, but then I caught him on Lee Cole's channel worshiping Gene Borello, saying he would love to meet Gene and talk to Gene. So I took his wrench and said, "Hey, I'll still share your channel. I'm still cool with you, but I got to take your wrench. I can't have somebody who loves stool pigeons with a wrench." He got mad and went and ran away crying.
Pole Smoker.
And he was the biggest John Gotti fan and Angel Gotti fan in the world. He loved the Gottis. He actually made a video saying, "I am a proud Gotti simp." He made a video like that, I swear to God. And now he attacks their family. He helps Tony Rape Whistle and Piggy stalk them and try to find out what cars they have. You're attacking somebody's grandmother, you scumbags. You just keep doing it, you're going to get some real harsh Piggy Files Mom of the Year edition. It's been sitting on the back burner for weeks, kid. Keep attacking these people's families, and you're going to get sure. If you think you were mad that night over the Boz one, you have no idea. Mom of the Year edition will break you.
And he's got like I don't know, there's like 500 subs or something. And this guy called me and FBS on Pole Smoker show, and he was.
And you got to stop falling for that shit, Rob.
Just livid and irate and just full of hatred towards me. And one of the reasons they're full of hatred towards me is because
you're making fun of their daddy. You're making fun of their daddy, Jimmy. You're exposing their daddy. They worship their daddy, Jimmy.
The side with these cast of degenerates.
And he's right. They are nothing but a cast of degenerates. Let's break it down real quick. Let's talk about Eugene Crow, okay? Let's talk about Gay C. He can't see his child. Why can't he see his child? Because he beats the mom, and he drove drunk with that little baby in the car. All right, let's go to Pole Smoker, a deadbeat dad who just streams all day to get a bag of weed. Let's talk about Piggy, deadbeat daddy, likes the idea of being a good father, but really doesn't like being a good father. Gabapentin addict, cop calling, stool pigeon. And let's talk about Emmy and the sex offender, the worst one of them all, Tony Rape Whistle. There's nobody worse than Tony Rape Whistle. This guy sexually assaulted a woman. Sexually assaulted a woman. It doesn't get lower than that. You don't think I'm going to get a Christmas card from Jimmy? What about your woman-beating friend Panisi? Casper knows Panisi. They play Ouija boards together. Only kidding, Casper. You're a great cat. Love you, Casper.
In the last few days, they've been trying to send me back to prison. They've been doing stories.
And this is what's disgusting right here. Them trying to send this. Now, I don't care if I have nothing against this guy, but even if I didn't like this fucking guy, even if I thought he was the biggest goofball moron on the planet, I would still stick up for this guy because I think it's disgusting. People trying to call people's parole and probation officers. That's disgusting.
False and just slanderous about me doing drugs. And
that's all they do. Don't fall into their trap, Convict Shrink. Don't keep fighting with them in the sandbox. Leave them with no content. Leave that to me. Leave the sandbox stuff to me.
About they're going after my probation, and they're
going to be going after your wife next. Mock my words. Give it a week. They'll be trashing your poor wife too, and they will keep calling your probation officer and parole officer. These are rats. These are scumbag, vile stool pigeons. This is why I started this channel, because I hate all you stool pigeons. And since Jimmy runs the little mob tube mafia, he's their boss. He's the one who gets the pain. Emmy gets the pain because Emmy likes the sandbox. He also likes gerbils.
Doing just terrible, terrible things. Terrible things. Call me a child molester. Just demean my character.
Imagine calling someone a child molester with no proof.
Every way they can, or they attempt to. And then I come back and I have to beat him up a little bit. But
which he does a good job at. Don't get me wrong. He does a good job. The shirts are a great idea. I'll help you push them shirts, no problem. But I wouldn't roll in the sandbox too much with them and give them content, because these guys are going to call you parole officer.
That happened tonight, and this is very, very important.
It's disgusting.
This person named FBS, whose daughter I found out was trying to shut down his Cash App.
Yeah, the daughter and the mother, he owes back child support. That's why.
When I found out, and I mentioned his daughter, I felt bad, and I apologized to him, but the story sticks. He didn't pay child support. He was a deadbeat dad.
Yeah, he was a real deadbeat dad, but he says he was a great father. How can you be a great father and a junkie and an absentee father at the same time? You can't be a good dad and an absent dad at the same time. It's like me. I'm a good fireman, but here I am starting a fire.
And somehow he got on YouTube and has become some kind of in the mob genre, but he's never known a mafia member. his grandpa like waved to him out.
No, he actually said that his grandfather had a sexual sit down, and maybe Piggy, you keep doing the Piggy Gabra Patton stuff. Maybe we'll revisit the sexual sit down. Maybe we'll call it Sexual Sit Down 2.0. Rated X edition, because when I did the sexual sit down, I was actually very nice about that and respectful with it. Next time, I won't be so. But the grandfather never knew nobody. He said that his Aunt Lucy slept with a bunch of mob guys, and the mob guy wanted to kill his aunt. So the grandfather had to sit down with these Genovese guys, or Genoese, I don't know what the names are. And actually, the guy he mentions, grandson, went into FBI's chat and said, "Don't mention my grandfather's name." He didn't know nobody. His father just made him. They were then stalking the Gotti family for over 30-something years. When FBS was 8 years old, his father pulled up to one of the Gotti's social clubs or whatever and had little FBS peeking out the back seat, showing him people and telling him who the people are at 8 years old. Then the daddy put on his running shoes, laced them up, and was fucking Flash Gordon. He was Flash Gordon out that motherfucker.
Just a real fanboy of the mob. Real weird.
Huge fanboy. That's why fanboys of the mafia are disgusting. People with all these fucking mafia saying tattoos and mafia shirts and hats and pictures all over their fucking house. Now, there are some people who collect that stuff. I get that. There's a very few who collect that stuff who are not sick fanboys. But these are fanboys, FBS and his crew are fanboys. We all know it.
It's a weird thing. So
very, very weird.
This guy, FBS, is SoFlo, and there's another guy named Nicky Blade, Raul Gustavo Orlina, aka Pipo. He's from originally Los Angeles. He went to Bell High School, and now he lives in Miami, Hialeah, I think, district with this SoFlo.
I remember that, Assassino. I remember that very well. He said that his father pulled in front of Gotti Jr.'s club or house or something, and his dad